Welcome back, everybody. This is Eric and Chad here with Iraq Veteran 8888. Today we've got another Gun Gripe episode for you. Today we are sort of imparting here a legislative announcement that I feel is pretty important, sort of an update from GOA that we really want to discuss here today. And it has to do with the Violence Against Women Act, or H.R. 1585. This article comes from our own Rachel Malone. We actually still need to get her on the channel, by the way. We will have her on there. Before we go too much further, I definitely want to give a thanks to the kind folks at SDI for taking care of Gun Gripes and making sure that these episodes continue for you guys. They are a great group of guys. They got great gunsmithing programs. Anything in the higher education of firearms technology, reloading, gunsmithing, they're definitely your go-to people if you're looking for higher education in that regard. So definitely check them out. Great group of guys there. So Rachel wrote this article. Now this article's a little bit older, but I've been following some of GOA's posts. And we work with Jordan over there, and we work with Rachel. We need to get Rachel in on an episode. I know we've been talking about it. Our schedules are so dang hectic. Okay, so we will get her in to do some gripes with us and everything like that. But she put out this article, and we really want to mention it. We've already done sort of an initial sort of bust on VAWA, or HB 1585. But it's got some scary stuff in it. One of the primary things is gun confiscation orders that are in there. It's hidden gun confiscation that's put into a bill. So it's a very dangerous gun control bill that can really have some very far-reaching implications. Okay, part of these far-reaching implications can include, let's just say you had a girlfriend from 3 years ago and y'all got in an argument, and it might have got a little bit heated, but nobody got hit. But she could say, "Oh, he's violent, he might hurt me," or something like that. Well, your spouse or a former partner or something like that could have, a hidden court decide that you're a danger to society and then come take all your guns away. It's hidden gun control. It allows a fake fiat court that you're not present in to decide your fate and possibly the fate of your ability to own guns. Oh, well, they'll take your guns, and then it takes you a year or two to sort everything out before you get your guns back, if you get them back. So it's scary when you start talking about red flag laws. Even Trump said, take the guns first, due process second. That's the wrong answer. You have to go through due process. You can't just take people's property. And look, even going beyond the fact that it's a firearm, beyond the nature of what the property is, it's still property. You can't just take someone's property for no reason. And even if there is a reason, you still have to be able to back it up with facts and evidence. And there's this whole process to how we run our country, a whole process to how laws are enforced, to how an arrest occurs, how things are taken from a person, okay? And they want to circumvent all that and have a hidden phantom court that can just decide, you know what? Well, ma'am, we understand. Yes, you're upset. We should probably take this person's guns. And look, it's not just a female thing. It can go both ends of the spectrum. You could be an upstanding lady who just happens to own several guns and have some. Now, it would take a seriously crappy guy to do this to a lady, but sure, a guy could go, "Oh, she's crazy. She said she was going to kill me. She said she was going to, crawl in my bed at night and slit my throat while I'm asleep." He can make up any random amount of stories, and as long as he can convince a judge that you're crazy, they're coming for your guns. That's what they want with this particular bill.
Yeah, so GOA is calling this the Disarm Women Act.
Right.
So we talked about this before and everything, and what's scary about it is, a dating partner or former dating partner can complain to the authorities, and then the judge can take your guns away. It doesn't even have to, it's not even a serious relationship. A dating partner. You go on a date one time, you're like, I think this person's crazy. They told me they own a bunch of guns, and I don't like them owning guns. It has very far-reaching implications.
Not only are the implications far-reaching, the potential for abuse is extremely far-reaching as well. So let's say this becomes a law of the land. Well, okay, if you live in rural Mississippi or rural Georgia in the middle of nowhere, and someone goes to the judge and says, "This person's crazy, I think you should take his guns," and that judge goes, "Well, now I know old Bobby, he's an okay guy. The whole town knows everybody." You're going to have a little bit harder of a time convincing somebody where they know everybody, that this person's a bad person. Oh, well, Bobby goes to church every Sunday. He donates money. He does this, volunteers. there ain't no way that man's crazy. I think you might be crazy, and I'm not gonna approve this this confiscation of this man's firearms. Yeah, in small rural places where everyone knows everybody, maybe the potential for abuse of this may not be quite as prevalent or even there to begin with. Now you get into a large municipality where it's this huge nameless face where the judge sees hundreds of cases a week and there's all this crazy stuff going on. He can't remember heads from tails. Of course, he's going to go, all right, ma'am, you're scared. All right, deputy, go over there and get the gentleman's guns. Here's the warrant. Here's whatever. Mm-hmm. Come on. It has way too much reaping. Yeah, reaping is a good word. It has far too far-reaching implications for abuse.
Yep.
Not only from the people who are putting in these claims, women that are complaining about former spouses or partners, or vice versa, men complaining about former spouses or partners, but also the court system that's in place. This is delicious to them. They're like the Swedish chef. They're going, all right, sure, I've got your shrimpies here, and it's like, here you go.
The thing is, man, these courts, they don't have time to deal with all this crap. I mean, they're dealing with all kinds of proceedings all the time. Yeah. And this is just a piece of paper on their desk, and it's like, lady's complaining that her husband's gonna kill her. Yeah, just take his guns.
They're gonna side with the female. I mean,
whatever.
They're always gonna side with the female, guys, and it's not.
Well, look, this is straight from Rachel Malone, but this has a little thing in here. So let's see. She says we're talking about the red flag style laws, that have been battling across the country, and the comparison between the red flag laws and the Violence Against Women Act. It says, in fact, we've had a lot of experience with these quickie proceedings, and we know that they are often used by an angry ex to enact or exact revenge on a former partner. And it says, consider in California, a cheating husband used his state's red flag law to confiscate his wife's Glock. The truth is that women don't need more government and more gun control to protect ourselves. Both women and men need guns for protection from those who would do them harm. This is why gun owners of America is strongly opposed to the gun control in this bill. And
good job, Rachel.
This bill has already passed the House. It is being sent to the Senate. So right now, you need to get on the horn with your senator, and you need to tell them that they need to oppose the Violence Against Women Act. Okay?
Yeah, I mean, they do so many cruel things when they come up with these bills, guys. They name it something like that because they know that someone looking out on a desk, they're going to go, oh, well, why in a million years would anybody vote against this? So you're for women having violence, done to them? Yeah, so it's just they name these things, these really horrible names, to make it sound terrible so people will vote yay without reading the text of the bill. And it's crooked, guys. It's crooked politics. Don't let them get away with it. We have to make sure that we're defending our liberty at the turn of every step, around every corner. We're being attacked all the time, and it's very important that we support GOA in this. You need to call your senators and complain and really ring the bell and make sure they know that you do not support this. And I'll just end this video. We're going to let you guys go for the day, but I'll end by saying that we love our women here in this country. It's safe to say nobody wants a woman to be hurt. Nobody. We want our ladies here to be protected, okay? We want y'all to be safe and happy and be able to protect yourself. And firearms are the great equalizer to that end. Mm-hmm. If you're a 110-pound young lady on the way to college or something, or on the way to school, and some guy, 200-300-pound guys try to brutish you, well, guess what? You got the equalizer in your pocket. You don't have to be stronger than 200-300-pound men. You just need to know how to shoot good. And they want to remove that ability from our society for people to be their own sheepdogs. We can't allow it to happen. We have to make sure we're fighting for our rights to protect ourselves, defend our liberties. It's very important to the function of our society.
Well, too, guys, don't wait on this either, because this is going to be something that's going to be they're going to try to sneak into session before it ends in late August, from what we've been told. So,
just want to make this legislative update for you guys. Make sure you're ringing the bell hard and making it happen. We really, really appreciate your support. Oh, and by the way, before we leave, really quick, thank you to all the guys that showed up in Virginia. We rung the bell really hard because they were having that legislative session in Virginia to talk about gun control. And we had 2,200 patriots show up on the steps, and they were complaining. Session didn't last for more than an hour and a half. They finally just shut it down. Like, you know what, this just ain't going to happen.
Bye.
You've got these state level battles are important, guys, and thank you guys for showing up. We'd like to think that we were, partially instrumental amongst other people in putting the word out to make that happen and to get you guys there. So if you showed up, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. So guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. We hope you enjoyed it. Many more on the way. Definitely want to take a moment to thank our Patreon supporters. Thank you so much for seeing value in what we do and donating monthly. Those of you who purchase man cans or purchase t-shirts over on the website, like the snazzy ones we're wearing, by the way. Thank you guys very much for seeing value in what we do. Every dollar we earn off of those merchandise goes right back into supporting the channel. So thank you for being a part of that. Many more on the way, and we'll see you next time.
See you guys.